Let's be real for a second. As a manager, have you ever felt like part of your job is being an unofficial therapist? Yeah, it's that role that's definitely not in the job description, but somehow it takes up a massive amount of your time and your energy. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this hidden emotional work that comes with leadership.
And look, that question might sound like a joke, right? But for so many managers out there, it feels incredibly real. That line between professional guidance and personal counseling, it's getting blurrier all the time, and you're the one who's caught right in the middle. To really see how this all plays out, let me introduce you to someone. We'll call her Maria. She's a new manager, she's super passionate, and really, her main goal is just to see her team thrive. For her, being a good manager means being the ultimate support system for her people.
And then it happens. One afternoon, a team member comes to her and says this. In that single moment, Maria's role just completely shifts from manager to confidant. Suddenly, this isn't about a project deadline anymore, it's a personal crisis, and it's hitting her team. What is she supposed to do now?
So, does Maria's situation sound familiar? Like really familiar? If you're not in your head right now, you are in the vast majority. This isn't some rare one-off thing. It's becoming a core, if unspoken, part of what it means to be a manager today.
And hey, the data completely backs this up. Look at this. A full 52% of managers say that they've had team members open up to them about personal issues. So Maria's situation, it's not an outlier. For leaders, it's pretty much the new normal.
You know, all that invisible stuff you do, there's actually a name for it. Emotional labor. It's the effort of managing feelings, providing that crucial support, and basically being the team's emotional backbone. This isn't about spreadsheets or KPIs, it's all about the people.
But here's where it gets really complicated. A big chunk of managers, 40%, they genuinely enjoy being that supportive person. But for the majority, a full 60%, it is a huge source of stress. It's a role they want to fill, but honestly, they often feel totally unequipped and just plain overwhelmed by it all.
And this is the trap, isn't it? That desire to help, when you don't have clear boundaries, can quickly turn from empathy into pure exhaustion. There is a very, very real personal cost to being the team's emotional sponge.
So what does this burnout actually feel like? Well, at first, you just feel torn. You're trying to balance compassion with your professional duties. But then that feeling evolves into this constant worry about your team, long after you've logged off for the day. And eventually, your own performance starts to slip, and you just feel completely drained.
This leaves managers like Maria stuck in an impossible position. It's a real dilemma. If she ignores the problem, that small issue could spiral into a massive performance problem for the whole team. But if she tries to absorb all that emotional weight herself, she is heading straight for her own burnout. Neither path is a real solution.
Okay, but it's not all doom and gloom. Thankfully, there's a third path, and this isn't about building walls or being cold. It's about setting up healthy, practical boundaries. So let's talk about a framework that lets you support your team without totally sacrificing yourself in the process.
Okay, this next part, this is probably the single most important mindset shift you can make. Your job as a manager is not to be a fixer. It's not to be a therapist. Your primary role in these tough moments is simply to be a listener. It's to create a space where your team member feels seen, validated, and truly heard.
And the power of just listening, it is absolutely staggering. I mean, look at this number. Research shows that 95% of a problem's perceived weight is lifted the moment a person feels genuinely heard by someone. You don't need to have the perfect solution. You just need to offer your focused, empathetic attention.
Okay, so how do you actually do this? It's a pretty simple three-step process. First up, just listen. That means putting your phone away, making eye contact, and giving them your full, undivided attention. Step 2, validate. Acknowledge what they're going through with a simple phrase like, "Wow, that sounds incredibly difficult." And third, and this is so crucial, you guide. Remember, you are the bridge, not the final destination. Your job is to gently direct them to official resources like HR or your company's employee assistance program. See, when you start using a framework like this, you're not just putting out fires anymore. You're shifting from short-term crisis management to long-term sustainable leadership. This isn't about avoiding your responsibility, it's about fulfilling it in a way that's healthier and, frankly, way more effective.
And the result is a total win-win. Your team member feels heard and supported, which is huge, but you also protect your own well-being by not absorbing all their stress. That frees up your energy to lead the entire team effectively. And maybe most importantly, You're modeling for everyone what healthy, sustainable leadership actually looks like.
So let's bring it all home. I want to leave you with this question. Think about Maria's dilemma. Think about the framework we just walked through. What is one small, practical boundary you can set this week to better manage your emotional labor and protect your energy for the long haul?